Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alcon Slice here with another video for my subscribers or anybody who wants to listen. This video is basically talking about my last week working for the Department of Veterans Affairs, particularly in the Dental Laboratory Technicians Department. So a bit of a background about me is that I was in the Navy for a little over 5 years. I went through core school, dental assisting school, and dental lab school. I worked as a dental laboratory technician for about 4 years before getting out of the Navy. And then I worked at the Department of Veterans Affairs Dental Laboratory Technician Department for about 6-7 months before I was let go. So anyways, I want to apologize ahead of time if I kind of ramble on about stuff that's not pertinent to the story. I'm going to try my best to focus on the week before I got, or the week of that I got let go, like 7-8 days before I got let go, up to the day I got let go. But anyways, so not the week of Thanksgiving, but the week before, my grandmother passed away. She passed away on the week before on Wednesday. So 8 days before Thanksgiving, my grandmother passed away, which was pretty hard for me because I didn't even know that she was at the point that she was, about to leave this world, move on to the next life. And I got the news from my mom that she had passed away. And it's pretty hard to find out. So the next day at work, so she passed away on Wednesday, Thursday, I just worked my day. I didn't talk to anybody for like the entire day because I'm just like, it's just rough, man. It's hard to know that somebody that you know in your entire freaking life just like left the world, But anyways, wish I said goodbye to her. But anyways, so go through work on Thursday. Don't really talk to anybody. Friday, I go and I speak to my boss and I say, hey, my grandmother passed away. Her funeral's on Tuesday because I found out that like on Thursday evening that my grandmother's funeral is going to be on Tuesday, the week of Thanksgiving Tuesday. And so anyways, talk to the boss, asked if there's any special leave I need to take, or if I need to take my sick leave, if I need to take like regular leave. So he told me put in regular leave. This is the Friday before. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So it's like 5 days before I put in leave saying, hey, my grandmother died. Because also when you put in your leave, you put in like the reason why you need it, if you want to. Anyways, so I put that in there. Leave got approved, came in, worked my day on Monday, which by the way, they had me opening up boxes, which is a different job I was typically doing, which in hindsight, I feel that was like the first time that, okay, there's something going on here. Like the gist of this whole situation is just like, I feel that I was never communicated to properly. So anyways, coming to work Monday where they had me open up boxes, doing stuff the entire day. I was the only person they made open up boxes the entire day, which I thought was kind of weird. Tuesday comes around, I go to my grandmother's funeral, talk to my family. They're proud of me for being at the VA. They're proud of me for being a veteran, They're proud of me for being a disabled veteran, not like being disabled veteran is like a big thing. They're proud of me for like basically being a veteran and working and helping other disabled veterans. And I took a lot of pride in that, So anyways, Wednesday comes around, I have to go back to work. And my boss tells me I still have to start opening up boxes for our department. And I'll go into this in another video if y'all guys want to know more about the background. But basically, one day every like week or two, you typically like open up boxes for like incoming like cases, and you'd open them up for like an hour or two and then be done. Well, my boss had me opening up boxes for incoming cases for like the entire day. Actually, he had me doing it Friday, he had me doing it Monday, and he had me doing it Wednesday when I came back. Well, Wednesday, they actually were going to shut down the power of the VA. Not all power, just like power that can be shut off. Obviously stuff that like, obviously devices that need to be on like special power that make sure it stays on all along. We'll say like heart monitors, like respirators, stuff like that. That's on special power to make sure that it obviously keeps going. That stuff is fine. But like I said earlier, I'm a disabled veteran. I get my health care from the VA. I ran into a lot of issues where like anytime I try to ask for time off, and I would always ask for like a week or two ahead of time. Can I have an hour off to go see a doctor at the VA? Because I literally worked at the VA. I would just have to go to the main hospital, see a doctor, take like an hour, hour and a half, be back, need to go get my eyes checked, whatever, hour and a half, boom, back. So I did use my sick leave. And also another big thing that people need to know is that whenever you're a disabled veteran, you get hired at the VA, they're actually obligated to give you time off to go see a doctor for your disability. They are. So, and I actually saw a doctor based off of my disability. And anytime I would try to talk to my supervisor about that, he'd be like, all right, go put it in. All right. Just kind of this like attitude. It kind of got to the point that like I kind of avoided my supervisor because I just felt that he was not on my side. It just felt like an uphill battle, you know what I mean? Anyways, so this is my grandmother passed away on Tuesday, or not Tuesday, passed away on Wednesday. Next week, I went to her funeral on Tuesday of the week of Thanksgiving. Wednesday, they had to shut down the power at the Department of Veterans Affairs for non-essential stuff. And I went to the pharmacy on my break, actually. I went on my break. I didn't take a time off. I went on my break. I went there in the morning. My first break, I went there and I checked to make sure it was good, put in my stuff, went there on my lunch break. They messed up. The Department of Veterans Affairs messed up my medication at the pharmacy because I went to the pharmacy to pick up medication. They messed it up, waited for like a whole hour because there's a special event going on that day at the, there's a special event going on, some kind of like cooking thing they were doing. Like I said, I was off the day before, so I didn't really know the whole situation. But anyways, we had a whole hour off to go to, eat this kind of food they cook. Because a lot of times they would end up like taking like, $2-3 from people, and they would cook some meals, and like, the whole dental lab department would like have like a little like eat-in thing. They have barbecue, stuff like that. So anyways, I completely skipped that, but I went to the main hospital because I knew I had an hour. They messed up my pickup for my medication, my VA medication, by the way. I'm a disabled veteran. I know I mentioned this several times. I just want people to know that I'm a disabled veteran. Went to pick up my medicine from the VA as a disabled veteran. They messed it up. I sat around until like 45 minutes in. It takes about 10 minutes to walk back to the hospital from there. As soon as I hit 45 minutes, I was like, okay, I got to go. So I left. But before I left, I did go and I talked to the counter and I said, hey, we messed up your thing, blah, 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 because I argued with them for like a minute or two, and they're like, okay. Well, your stuff has to go into a safe. It's best that you just come before this, the power goes out and all this other stuff. So I went, I talked to my boss as soon as I got back. I said, hey, so, as you know, I'm a disabled veteran. Sorry to mention that again, but that's what I said. As you know, I'm a disabled veteran. I need to go pick up my medication before the workday's over, and they're saying they're going to turn off the power, and they're recommending I go there and I pick it up before the power goes out. Now, if you need me to take time off and use my sick leave to go pick it up, completely okay. I'm going to want to do that, and I'll even come back and check with you because they were going to let us off early because of the fact they shut off the power. So everybody's going to go off like 2:30 that day, 2 or 2:30. We typically got off like 3:30 or 4ish. So anyways, told my boss, I need to go pick up my medication. And, they said I need to do it because my medication, by the way, I don't want to share what I'm getting on stuff like that. It's just like my medication, they're saying it's best I pick it up before it happens because it's going to go into a safe. The pharmacist does it, goes into a safe. The pharmacy technician has to put in a code to get it out. They're not sure if they'll be able to get it out as easy. They're saying just to make sure you're going to get it today or get it in a timely manner, make sure you show up before this whole lockdown, or not lockdown, but the whole power thing goes out. I went and talked to my boss as soon as I got back, and I said, hey, this is what they told me. And his reaction was like, well, you can just go after her. I said, but no, they told me that I should come before because, they might not be able to get to my medication tonight. I'm going to have to stay around till 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. It's like, I got to go, I have another job I got to go to and stuff like that. All right, yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I could take leave. I said I could take leave. I could use my sick leave, and I could come check in with you. Nah, don't worry about it. So anyways, probably 1:30 rolls around, go to the main hospital, pick up my stuff, come back to come back to the dental laboratory department, and I was going to go check with them. Boss was gone. Couldn't find him. So I went home for the night, or for the day, I guess you'd say. Um, so anyways, the next day rolls around, i.e. my last day, spoiler alert. Go to my normal area I was working. They told me to go speak to my supervisor. He says, hey, we need you to open up boxes again today, open up incoming cases to be done or whatever. And I was like, okay, it's kind of weird that you've been making me do this so many times. But, it's not what I said, but it's what I was thinking. So go open up boxes, just open them like crazy, trying my best to open as many as I can. And then break comes around. The first break. So we had 2 breaks. Well, we had 3 breaks throughout the day. We had the regular first break, lunch break, and then a third break. The first break, I think, lasted till like 9:20, I want to believe. So from 9 to 9:20, we got that one. The second break was a lunch break, so you could take it between, I want to say 11 or 12, whatever, but it's a 30-minute break to take lunch. And then the last break was a 15-minute break that we took at, I want to say 2 o'clock. So like 2 o'clock, we would take a 15-minute break. So anyways, first break of the day. So 9 o'clock, I go on break. I was working 2 jobs at the time. My grandmother just passed away. I just was not getting a lot of sleep. As I typically was getting a lot of sleep in general because I work 2 jobs. And also I'm a disabled veteran. My disability actually affects my ability to sleep properly. Also, I want to add that too. I probably should have added that earlier. But anyways, yeah, so I went to my car, looked at my phone, stuff like that, searched my phone for a little bit, and, like 9:18 rolls around. I'm like, okay, cool. Turn up my phone, turn up my car, get out of the car, start going down. Well, the way that where I worked is that right across the street, so there's the dental lab department, and right across the street from it is the place where we park. Well, in front of the parking lot is a bus stop that takes you all around the area and eventually takes you to the main hospital. So it's not uncommon for people to see you walking and see your badge, because you have to wear a badge at all times when you're working at the VA. You have to wear a badge saying you're a VA employee. And a lot of times people stop you, not only just because, you're an employee, but sometimes they see like, hey, you're a veteran. Cool. Because also I had a veteran thing that said Navy veteran. And people stop me just want to talk about Navy stuff or talk about like being in the military, stuff like that. So anyways, I got stopped by an older man and his wife. And they were basically asking me, like, hey, how do we get to the hospital? How do we get to the hospital? Because they were at the bus stop. Because there's a bus stop right across the street. I don't mean like right across the street, like far. I mean like literally, no. My building, across the street, like literally right across the street. They were asking for help. Like, how do we get to the hospital from here? I said, hey, how's it going? Yeah, just wait here for the bus. And I said, like, there's 2 stops. There's, this one, and then there's this one. I said, get off the second stop. Wait for 2 stops, and you get off, and you can walk there. There actually might have been 1 stop after that. But anyways, answer the question. They tried to, like, shout me a little bit. It's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, anyways, I got to get back to work. I'm going to be late if I don't get back. Okay, go back. Walk into the building. I think it was like 9:22, 9:23, because, like, if you're a veteran and you're talking to a disabled veteran, or you're talking to another veteran, like an older veteran, they want to talk, man. And it's just like, when it comes to an asshole, I don't be rude. And this also goes into another thing. I can get into this in another episode if y'all guys are interested in it. But like, so I left my car at like 9:18, started walking down the stairs. I was on the 2nd floor, by the way. So I had 1 flight of stairs to go down, got bumped by a veteran, asking me how to get to the hospital using the bus system. Answered his question. He tried to like, kind of like talk to me a little bit. I was trying to be polite. Anyways, get back in the building around like 9:20, 9:21. Walking, I have my bag on me because I have my backpack with me because that's where I kept my stuff and all that, whatever. And anyways, saw my boss walking. I just saw his face when he saw me. I was like, oh, this does not feel good. Because like I said before, they were making me do something I typically didn't do for a long time. And it's not like something like, okay, you're in this department where other people are doing stuff. Like, no. They were making me do something that nobody else was doing. Nobody else wants to do. And that's when I first got like the whiff. Like when they started making me do it, I was like the whiff, like, okay, this is kind of weird. Like, okay, maybe a day or 2. Okay, maybe 3rd day, maybe 4th day. And anyways, say, hey, we'll see you in the office. Walk in the office. I get a little glimpse of the paper he's holding. It says termination. puts it down, says, hey, we decided to terminate you. Sign right here, right here. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, my grandmother just fucking died. Like, no, you keep, I keep hearing that, like, you know, I'm doing a good job. Like, what? And it kills me, man. I should have rose hell about this shit, but it's just like, I like being a VA patient, but dude, the VA was the worst job I've ever had in my life. It felt like an uphill battle. This is me just talking about just my last week working there. And it's been bugging me. I've been having nightmares about it for a long time. Because I literally went through working there and everything felt fine. And my grandmother passed away. And, you know, I come into work after the funeral and they're trying to fire me. And even on top of that, like, it's just like I was helping customers. Like, I tried to help a customer. Like, I don't know what the reason why. And part of me wishes I asked more questions. But at the same time, my time there was so stressful and shitty that it's just like I was afraid to try to combat it, because if I came back, I'd just be the guy that just tried to combat this stuff and just like, they just start letting me go again. It's just like, I thought the VA was there to help the veterans. Okay? They're there to help the veterans. They're there for the veterans. And it's just like, if you're upset with my work, let me know, you know, tell me what's wrong. Tell me what I can do different. You know, give me input. Give me input. If you don't give me input, you don't help me. You don't care about the veterans, obviously. I mean, this goes a little bit into my other video where I'm talking about, like, anytime I tried to ask my boss for time off to go see a doctor at the main facility, the main hospital, which I worked like 7 minutes away, 7-minute walk to get there. I would just get, it just felt like, it got to the point that I was just so afraid to speak to my supervisor. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm the person you're supposed to be here for, a disabled veteran. And it's just like, the fact that I'm afraid to speak to you about my disability my first year there is just, it's horrible, man. I have nightmares about this shit. And I'm not necessarily saying I want the job back, but just, I don't know, man. It's rough, dude. It's freaking rough. But anyways, if y'all guys like the video, please like, comment, subscribe for more. If you have any more questions about my history at the VA as a worker, or even if you don't know about it as a patient, which, by the way, being a patient is actually pretty awesome, but being a worker was probably, it actually was the worst job I've ever had in my life. I never felt more disrespected, more looked down upon in my entire life. But I don't think that's the VA's fault. I think it's the people who I was working for's fault. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please go in there and hit the subscribe button. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. God bless.